What began as a significant loss to cane farmers in the north can be made worse should Hurricane Beryl cause flooding in the sugar belt, which is already inundated by recent floods. Alfredo Ortega, the vice chairman of the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association's Committee of Management, told News 5 that the recent rains came at the most inopportune of time for the Caneros, just when Tower Hill was processing more than regular amounts.
When they started to increase their milling per hour, is when the rainfall fell, and it was so hard for the farmers to bring out that cane. And what happened also is that it increased the amount for the farmers to bring out that cane from the field because they had to use other tractors, and some of them had to bring it out with the loaders, and it really increased the cost for the group leaders to bring out that cane from the field. And with the abrupt stop that happened, well, the farmers had to left that amount of cane in the fields. Which amount?
The Minister of Agriculture anticipates that Hurricane Beryl will not cause severe flooding to exacerbate the existing problem. The wait and see, however, is causing precious time to slip by.
I am not sure if we will have time to reopen the mill again, to be honest.
Yes, I understand. From what I understand is that a lot of product was lost in the flooding, and also we had to stop production. So what already had been burnt is going to be lost as people go home and prepare for the upcoming hurricane. Is there any sort of figure you can give me in regards to loss on that?
Because yesterday when the mill closed the gates at midday, I was called. A few people, farmers expressed that they still had cane in the fields being harvested. So I asked them to try to get the cane out before the mill closes. But they were struggling to get it out in the wet cane fields.
Ortega says that the current losses caused by the floods are estimated at around 2,000 tons of burnt cane alone. This is separate from cane that is still in the ground. Those losses won't be determined until after the crop closes in a few weeks.
What the personnel from BSI was speaking is that they believe that they can go, if the weather permits, to mid-July or a little bit more if the weather permits. So we don't know exactly for a date right now to finish, but what they said is in the mid of this month that just started. But as we speak, you see that we have the threat of the hurricane. Maybe not a direct landfall, but we will be having an amount of rain due to that. And we don't know what will be the extent of the damage or the flooding that we'll be having with them. So we don't know if this is the end of the crop or we will be having some more days after the hurricane. So we cross our fingers.
BSI is working with cane farmers to improve the climate resilience of their crops by supporting the replanting of cane varieties. This would decrease the industry's dependency on one variety alone. Ortega explains that this is a program the factory is offering them. He says that it is something that some farmers accept and some still have reservations about.
They called it AgroPro, I believe, on which they are giving services to farmers on planting or replanting their canes again, on which they are proposing different varieties that they have. Nevertheless, there are some farmers that are somewhat skeptical to the new varieties because they have had a bad experience before with new varieties being planted on their field. So it's accepted by some because they really want to have new plantings or better yields on their field. But there are an amount of farmers that are really skeptical on getting that service for them because at the same time, well, the service is a little bit high, and it's like a loan that you get for that service to happen.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.